Here we are at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for the start of today's qualifying session. It won't be long now until we're ready to join the action down at trackside. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my F1 2017 career mode here today around Spain. Sorry for the lengthy break in between episodes and stuff like that, and I just had personal stuff going on in my life, and you know, obviously my life comes before YouTube. Sorry about that, but obviously my life is my number one priority. Yeah, and I have been thinking over the weekend that I might postpone, if that's the right word, I might postpone the classic career mode until the new year, just because I want to start getting this career mode going, and I want to get it, you know, underway by quite far away, because obviously the game has been out for quite a while now, and obviously I'm only just starting season 2. This is the 5th race of season 2, so I want to get quite far into this season, and then hopefully towards the midway of the season I might bring back classic career mode. If that's alright with you guys. Obviously the co-op will stay the same, and then obviously next week there'll be the sub-champ stuff coming out as well, so I'll have to try and fit that in somewhere. I have no idea where. Yeah, and I was also thinking about I might take a break over the Christmas period as well, simply because it's Christmas and, you know, family stuff will be happening and all that, so yeah, I don't know, I'll have to think about that one. But going back to what's on screen then, on qualifying, we somehow managed to get into Q2, or Q3 even though I only just about managed to qualify out of Q1, and then just about managed to qualify out of Q2, which is very strange. But I left it late in Q3 to go out for a lap, because obviously track evolution and all that, and we managed to go P7 with that lap time at the minute. I then went for another run, because, you know, 2 runs is, I felt like the start of the run was good, so come across the line now to qualify in 7th, so we didn't really move, but 7th is a good place to start in the Grand Prix. Obviously it's just above midfield, and it's just below possible podium positions, so who knows what could happen in the Grand Prix. Hopefully we get a podium. Obviously the top 4 are very close together, but I'll now hand over to Crofty and Anthony Davidson to introduce you to the Spanish Grand Prix.
Good afternoon from a very familiar setting. It's race day here in Spain, and with everything still to play for in the championship battle, there's no room for mistakes in a Grand Prix that's well known for creating them. It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. And judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Raikkonen, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Williams, Perez, Ocon and Daniel Kvyat, Grosjean, Sainz, Nico Hülkenberg and Alonso, Magnussen, Massa, Jolyon Palmer and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
This is a really good starting position for us. Let's try not to lose it.
Don't worry, Jeff, I'll try not to lose it. But here we are then on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix. As you can see, there is intermediate conditions, but it is set to dry out towards the end of the race, I think, or halfway through the race. So hopefully we'll be going to dry tyres. Obviously underfooling the car in wet conditions, so you can put it in lean and not use up the rear tyres as much. But as we go on to the formation lap now, I can just to let everyone know, I can confirm I have gotten rid of the formation lap from Monaco onwards, so you won't be seeing the formation lap anymore from the next Grand Prix, just so you all know. But warming up the tyres then, and now as the 5 red lights come on now, we've got 4 lights, it's 5 lights. So that's kind of where we go here for the Spanish Grand Prix. We've got off to a relatively good start. I think it's Perez alongside us has got off to an amazing start, and he's all of a sudden just boxed us in and now he's passed us. I mean, that's just an incredible start from a Force India, let's just say that. As we go down the inside of Ricciardo, I think that was, we've made contact with him a little bit. We leave room on the inside just in case someone's there, but no one's there apparently. And now we've got Hamilton and Raikkonen going side by side. Raikkonen loses the rear end, he comes in our path, and we have to take avoiding action there, going off the track. And unfortunately there we lose a place to Perez, which is rather unfortunate because we don't really want to do that. But cutting on to lap 4 of the Grand Prix, we now have an incident, I think, coming on. I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah, I lost a gear. I lost 5th, which is really unfortunate. But because the gearbox, I didn't realise, was 75% worn. I didn't realise this at the time. So I did change it for the Monaco Grand Prix, just to let everyone know. You will see that in the next episode, and as you can see there now, it's fixed. So all is good, and not much happened in the rest of the Grand Prix. As you can see then, the AI are now coming in for their pit stops, but I didn't, because I noticed the rain had stopped. So I didn't, I didn't really feel like coming in was the best idea, because I didn't really know how fast the track would dry up, so who knows what could happen. But cutting on to lap 10 of the Grand Prix, we're now up into 1st place in the Grand Prix, and cutting on to the next lap of the Grand Prix then, we're running really wide here, going into this a long back straight, and now we have Vettel possibly going for a move down the inside. No, he thinks better of it, and we're still in 1st place somehow. And coming on now to the end of lap 11, we are now going to be pretty vulnerable in the straight line, if I'm honest, because the tyres are a lot less worn. And we now have Vettel trying to go for a move down the inside. We give him as least space as possible. He's still there down the inside. We are now going to go stick it, defend it down the inside, and he's still there. He's going to poke it down the inside there again, and we somehow defend 1st place. I don't know how that happened. But cutting on to lap 13 of the Grand Prix now, as you can probably tell, I'm not going to stop in this Grand Prix because it's not dry enough really, and there's really no point in stopping now. So I just felt like I wasn't going to bother stopping. Vettel now tries to go around the outside, he locks up, and he loses position to Bottas there, which is just dramatic. And now cutting on to lap 15 of the Grand Prix, going on to 16, we now have Valtteri Bottas trying to overtake him. Look at that tyre wear. 87 and 84% on the left hand side of the car. I mean, I really don't know if it's going to be able to make it 2 laps. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's at this point where the tyres could puncture any point. So we successfully defend from Bottas there, but unfortunately we run really wide along this long right-hander, and Bottas, with the more superior grip, goes down our inside, and he's now up into 1st place in the Grand Prix. And now, cutting on to the last lap of the Grand Prix, as you can see there, the tyres are now, literally, they're about to die. Basically is what happened there. Vettel goes past us, and as you can see, the left tyre there deflates, it goes to 100%, and I didn't notice this at the time, because the car felt pretty normal to me. And now, as we come into the braking zone of this corner, that's the word, the tyre just goes, and that unfortunately means our race is, well, it's not over, but I just have to make it to the end of the Grand Prix with a flat tyre, basically. And you can see how difficult it was for me to make it to the end of this Grand Prix. I mean, I tried something really, really audacious, and obviously it hasn't paid off, which is unfortunate. We're in 10th. Luckily, we're in 10th. If we run really wide into the hairpin, running it really wide. 11th is just coming through the long right-hander now, so hopefully we have enough time as Valtteri Bottas wins the Grand Prix. Hopefully we have just about enough time to get there as we run wide once again. And this is just an unfortunate way to win the race, really. I mean, I just can't believe this is happening. I tried something really, really audacious and stupid, now that I look back at it. As we're now coming through the final chicane, the 11th place car, which is Massa actually, my teammate, is now coming through the chicane. So we should be able to get to the finish line before him. I hope so. He's now coming through the last corner actually, and we're just about going to finish in 10th place, but it's so unfortunate.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
So the final race classifications then see Bottas win the race from Vettel, from Raikkonen, from Hamilton. Sergio Perez doing well to keep a hold of 5th place there. Ricciardo, Verstappen, Ocon, Grosjean, and then myself in 10th, with my teammate finishing behind me in 11th. I mean, that's just really unfortunate, the fact that we got a punch on the last lap of the Grand Prix. I mean, it has to be the last lap, doesn't it, let's be honest. I mean, we still got a point, which is good, but I just can't believe that happened. I really thought I could go the whole Grand Prix without stopping if it stayed wet enough. And no, I still got points, which is positive, but you know, I could have got a podium if I didn't get a puncture. That's the sad thing about it, is that I've gone from a podium to finishing 30 seconds behind the leaders. I mean, just dreadful. But looking down the rest of the grid, then the bottom half of the grid, we have Kvyat, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Ericsson, Sainz, Van Dorn, Palmer finishing second from last. I mean, what is Palmer doing there? I mean, Palmer being Palmer, basically, that's what it is. And Wehrlein finishing last, unfortunately. But the bottom 5 actually were quite close. If you look at the timing there, there's about 3 seconds between them all. So, you know, that's not, I mean, it's fairly competitive for back of the grid, which isn't bad. So, moving on to the driver's standings then. There we go. I've moved down to 6th place now. I've been overtaken by both Red Bull drivers. The gap at the top of the championship is now 9 points between 3 drivers, which is incredible. And Bottas is now finally making his way up the standings. He's now behind me in 7th, with that win, obviously. Perez and Ocon doing quite well there, and Grosjean doing quite well in a Haas as well. But it's really unfortunate. And no changes in the constructors, which is nice. Mercedes have managed to jump Red Bull because of Bottas finally getting his act together. So if you did enjoy this episode, it's an unfortunate episode, please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in Monaco. Goodbye.
We are